Well, the big spotlight for this evening, are we becoming an increasingly intolerant lot? Former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh thinks so. He says that the nation is deeply concerned at the recent tragic incidents of blatant violation of the right to freedom of thought, belief, speech and expression. That's the question that has galvanized large sections of the intelligentsia and has now exposed the deep fissures within the film industry. While Shah Rukh Khan too recently came out saying that India was indeed experiencing extreme intolerance and warned it could take the country back to the dark ages, others like Anupam Kher have repeatedly refuted those claims. Tomorrow, for the first time, Kher and others would be leading a counter-protest march along with other artists like him in the film industry and journalists. Anupam Kher will be leading a march to the Rashtrapati Bhavan to trigger a new narrative. Will he succeed in triggering a larger debate around intolerance? That's the question we will be posing. We are delighted to have Anupam Kher, the man himself, on the show tonight. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us on The Big Picture. Well, what is becoming increasingly clear now, sir, that the fault lines in the film industry are now coming out into the open and for all to see. While you are taking the stand with your protest march tomorrow, sir, before you took this decision, were you able to reach out to some of your friends in the industry, and many of whom you've worked in so many movies, including Shah Rukh Khan?
No, I think we are all mature people, we are all independent people, we all respect each other's views. I don't think I have to have a herd mentality. Let me collect how many people can I collect, and then this section is more powerful than this section is more powerful. I think speaking the truth needs a lot of courage. Whether you are speaking things which suit people or whether you are talking about things which do not suit people. The easiest thing would have been for me to shut up and sort of continue with my work and be popular among film people, be popular with all these people who right now must be thinking that I have gone cuckoo about things. But sometimes in life, nation comes first and your profession or personal egos come first. I have gone to a school where I was told my prayer was Sare Jahan Se Acha Hindustan Hamara. I have gone to a school where the first Nara that I said was Chacha Nehru Zindabad. So maybe I grew up in an atmosphere where respecting the country and talking good about the country is much more important to me than so many other things. I'm not saying that the people who are returning awards are anti-national or they don't think about the country, but that is their approach. I will go to the head of my family and say that these are my problems with the family, and I will please tell me how to solve. I wish these people had approached the government or the Prime Minister through some medium, through some delegation, and said, we have lots of problem in this country and we want to meet you. And if he had said, I don't want to meet you, to hell with you, whosoever you are, then I would have understood that next step is there's nothing but returning the awards and using a certain kind of platform. There are so many, also I see a lot of people in the list of these people who are returning the awards. They had already signed a petition before the elections that they don't want Prime Minister Modi ji to be the Prime Minister. So that did not happen and he came with absolute majority. So I in their place would have said, oh my God, now let's accept him because the mandate of the people have elected him, and we would have changed and given him a chance to sort of prove whatever he is talking about. But they continued with their onslaught of not liking the person.
So clearly, sir, what you're then therefore saying is that there was a subtext to these protests. So then therefore, do you believe that they may have been politically motivated?
I'm not saying that everybody is like that, but there are a number of people whose names I have seen on these lists. And some of them on television do come today and sort of say that I don't like Narendra Modi. If they have the freedom to say that, that means this is a very tolerant country.
Well, sir, there were people, however, who were concerned, when the BJP was coming to power, including Amartya Sen. So, I mean, so that's been one concern that has been there, I mean, because of their association with the RSS. So shouldn't the BJP have been more careful in sort of, shouldn't they have sort of seen this coming, that any such incident like this, any kind of religious intolerant incident would necessarily and would obviously sort of, bring the media's attention to such issues, and this would be sort of, taken up by the media? Don't you think that should have been the case, and BJP should have been aware of this?
Why so much of concern when BJP came in power? We are talking of as if the dictatorship started it. They have a party of 2 members to now 72 or 73 members. They have not become, it has not happened overnight. Maybe they worked hard for it, or maybe the other parties did so badly, or maybe the alternate was so bad that they came into the power. Why is this thing being made into that? Oh my God, BJP is in power. What? Do we want to have one party only ruling us? Why? Why should we do that?
No. So the larger point that I'm trying to make here is that because of RSS's connection with the BJP, and we know that RSS has indeed had a checkered past, shouldn't the BJP have known that any incident like Dadri would have got more focus under a BJP government? Shouldn't they have been more prepared, sir?
Maybe. I'm not saying that what you're saying is not right. Maybe they could have done, but I think I'm not a defender of BJP. I'm not a party member either. My wife is an MP. That's a separate issue. So I can't speak on their behalf. But yes, as an outsider, maybe you have a point that they could have. But I also feel, I want to also give benefit of doubt that people, the government is also looking at so many issues. Look at our Prime Minister with what conviction and what courage he speaks about so fondly and so nicely about our country abroad. I've not seen any other Prime Minister doing that on such platforms. So I admire that. Now there are some elements in his party or in his ministry that who do make irresponsible statements which should not happen. But the point is, why don't we see the larger perspective of the thing? Why don't we see that there is a man or there is a party who, we are not talking about corruption problems, we are not talking about issues of girl child, we are not talking about so many things which these people have, which Mr. Modi has brought in front. Which Prime Minister has talked about कि लड़कियों के लिए शौचालय होना चाहिए? Which Prime Minister has talked about Safai Abhiyan? Means everything that he talks about, we make fun of it. That's ridiculous. As if he's come from Mars. The problem is that certain people are not able to tolerate that a chaiwala has become the Prime Minister. We will tolerate a person who has slept on the platform and become an actor. That's fine. We will tolerate somebody so-and-so becoming, and we'll say, wow, what this amazing story Dhirubhai Ambani's is. What an amazing story of so many other people is. That's very inspirational. Why isn't this story inspirational for people? This is very inspirational story for me.
Right, sir. Right. Sir, recently, Dibakar Banerjee had returned his national award for Khosla Ka Ghosla, a movie where you played the lead. Did he speak to any one of the team members before returning the award, sir?
No. And the saddest part is that Dibakar Banerjee returned an award which did not belong to him. It was not his award. The award was given to the film. Yeah, which was shocking. And you know how Khosla Ka Ghosla was made? Because the producer did not have enough money. She I think mortgaged her house. Sometimes we were thrown out of the hotels from our rooms. Sometimes the cars will not come to pick us up. We will come in a cab or in an auto. But because the script was so strongly written by Jaideep Sahni, and in the month of June in civil lines, we shot that film. And let me tell you, ask anybody from the unit. It was my maybe 350th film, but it was his first film. And Baman Irani, me, Ranveer Shori, Vinay Pathak, Kiran Juneja, we all gave our life to that film because we believed in that script. And when the film got award, chalo, presumably he got an award. I think it was his duty to call us up and say, you have no power to say no, but I'm just informing you that I'm returning this award. But he went. Absolutely. And when he got caught, when the producer said, but it did not belong to you, then he said, I returned my part of the award. Arey, what kind of an idiotic statement is that? Tomorrow I want to say that so-and-so got such a big award, but I'm, as the citizen of this country, I want to return that part of the award to the rest of the country. It's not done. And why did he only return the award of Khosla Ka Ghosla? Why not National Award for Lucky Oi, whatever that film's name was? Because that film was produced by Walt Disney. And he could not have the courage to take pangas with them. But a producer, lady producer, who almost sold her things and with great difficulty produced his first debut film, he went ahead and returned that award. So I think that makes me question his, or anybody like him, his intentions completely.
Right. Those are strong words indeed, Mr. Kher. On to another point. Recently, in fact, in one of your interviews, you said that because of the stand that you're now taking, the industry may hit back and you may actually get ostracized for it. Can you just expand a bit on that?
No, you see, the point is, I was talking in the context of why will I go out of my way. Some people said, are you doing it for publicity? Some people said, are you doing it for because your wife is this thing? Are you expecting a Rajya Sabha membership? Or are you a BJP guy, etc.? So people can keep on saying anything, because sometime when somebody is doing a courageous act, you show them a mirror, and what they see in the mirror, they don't like it. That's why they want to break that mirror. So they want to find motives, how to sort of demean the person. So if I am having a very peaceful life, I'm doing movies, I have an acting school, I'm going abroad to do movies, I'm writing a book, why will I stick my neck out and become unpopular, not only with these people who have returned their awards, who are film people who might be wanting to cast me? Why will not only that, and why will I upset so many other people? But sometimes in life, a time comes when you think country is much bigger than you as a person. You know, we have forgotten this jazba. I don't have another word for that. And I'm not here to give lecture about what patriotism is all about, but sometimes you have to stand up and show people that this can also be done. That's why this march tomorrow, March for India, is very important. Because in so many people, and I've got such amazing support on Twitter and on Facebook and on social media, and it's the youth of the country which is saying that we want to be participating. India is not an intolerant country.
Right. So therefore, sir, what is the larger message that you're trying to reach out through the protest march tomorrow?
That we are not an intolerant country. Please stop saying that. We are a great country. We are just a young country of 68 years. We have so much to do. If we keep on derailing our programs like this, we will not be able to reach anywhere. And also, we may get united, because, you see, unfortunately, Indians get united only when we are having a cricket match with Pakistan in the finals, or when there is a war. But in peacetime also, it's important to be united. And maybe something like this, a debate like this, can bring people together. I'm an eternal optimist. What can I do? I can only think about these things.
So one final question from my side. You tweeted earlier today saying that you had reached out to the Prime Minister. Have you got a response from him? Do we see the Prime Minister also in some way supporting the protest march that you're leading?
No, because you see, the idea of meeting the Prime Minister is because I think these people who have returned their awards, I don't think they approached the Prime Minister. If they had asked me, not that they need to ask me, but if I have a problem with the government, or if I have a problem with my family member, I will try and say, this is the problem, I think, can you please solve it? And if Prime Minister said, no, I'm sorry, I cannot meet you, solve your problems yourself, then I will say, okay, I'm returning my award to you. But if they have not approached only, and they started with this gesture of returning the award and saying that India is an intolerant country, then I think my approach will be, and our team's approach, or our people's approach, is that we have come to meet the President. I would like to also meet the Prime Minister, to also maybe point out their concerns to him. Why not? But also tell him that, sir, we are very proud of you, and we want to prove to the world and to the nations abroad, the outside, that this is a very tolerant country. We have lived together. I know that we have seen so many ups and downs from 1947 till today, but we still have the capability of coexisting. We are the only nations where people live together, especially in cinema. When you're watching a film and you're sitting in the darkness of auditorium, you are not thinking that you're a Hindu or a Muslim or a Sardar or a Christian. You are all Indians. When we are watching a cricket match, we are not thinking that we are so and so, so and so. We are Indians. So when we are solving this problem, why can't we think that we are Indians?
Thank you, Mr. Kher.